All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the DATAcated Show. My name is Kate Strashny. I'm the host of the DATAcated Show and founder of DATAcated. I am pleased to tell you that we have an interesting topic to cover today. So, for the next 30 minutes or so, I'm going to be speaking about the impact of AI across the data lifecycle with Zoho. And our guest for today, Sailas Sundaram, he's a senior product manager at Zoho Analytics. He's going to join us in just a minute, and he's going to talk to us about what is Zoho and how does AI play a role across the entire data lifecycle. He's got some great demos to share, so make sure you stay tuned. As a quick reminder, this is a live show, so if you've got questions while we're speaking, if you've got comments, we will address them as they come. So you don't have to hold them to the end. You could follow up after the show, but you can absolutely throw your questions into the comments either on LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter, and we'll try to get to as many as possible. Now, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring Silas up on our virtual stage here. Silas, welcome to the DATAcated Show.
Thanks for having me, Kate. I'm super excited to be part of this.
Great, great. I'm super excited to have you. Let's start with where are you based? Where are you physically located?
I'm based out of India. Currently, I'm working from Chennai office in India. Yeah.
Very cool. I'm in New Jersey. We're very far away, but we can have a conversation as if we're right next to each other. So I'm excited to jump in here. I think a good place for us to start is tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your role at Zoho.
Sure. I'm Sailas Sundaram. I'm one of the senior product managers at Zoho Analytics product, and I've been with Zoho for more than 10 years now. I'm just close to 11 years right now. And right from my beginning of my career in Zoho, I was working with this amazing platform called Zoho Analytics. And my role is obviously as a product manager, I take care of various modules in the product, right from data integrations, some data preparation activities, and of course, the visualization factors and some AI specific capabilities in the product like NLQ, NLG, and so on, and few other modules as well. And apart from that, I do have some other responsibilities as well. Like I heads the global partners channel for Zoho BI and analytics platform. And also I heads the professional services division for this product. So yeah, I'm quite doing a lot, I think.
I was going to say, you have no free time, Silas. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate you sparing 30 minutes of your day since you seem to be doing everything there is to do at Zoho. Um, And right before we went live, you were telling me that Zoho is not just an analytics platform. You've got a lot going on. And I remember probably 4 or 5 years ago, I was working with one of my clients and I had to help them with some CRM and they were using
Mhm.
Zoho CRM. So I at that point years ago, I wasn't even sure that that was the same part of the same company, but I guess everything is part of Zoho Corp. And tell us what does Zoho actually cover?
That's a great question to start with, right? So, if you know Zoho as a company, we go with the concept called operating system for your business. So, meaning we offer more than 55 plus different business applications, right from CRM, the project management, the email solution, finance applications, inventory management, so and so on. So Zoho Analytics is one among them out of that 55 plus different business applications. And altogether, globally, we serve more than 100 million users. And across all the business applications I was talking about. And particularly when we focus on Zoho Analytics in specific, we have more than 17,000 plus customers are using the Zoho Analytics product in specific as a standalone application. And with the integrated solution with other Zoho ecosystem applications, we have more than 70,000 plus organizations using the product day in, day out.
Wow. That's very impressive. So 100 million users of Zoho products in general, 55 business applications. I won't ask you to name all 55 business applications. I doubt anyone in Zoho can actually. That should be an interview question when you're hiring, right? What do we do? So you've got a lot going on, but obviously you are very much focused on analytics. And I want to ask, do organizations tend to use the Zoho Analytics platform in addition to the various other business applications to just streamline their operations?
Well, yeah, there are two different aspects. Obviously, we do have standalone customers, meaning who don't use other Zoho ecosystem applications, but only Zoho Analytics. At the same time, we do have a lot of users who do use Zoho Analytics as a part of the Zoho ecosystem as well, because it fits in seamlessly in all different places. Because when I talk about the 55 plus different business application, apart from that, we do offer some bundle applications, what we call it as customer experience platform, finance platform, low code, no code platform, HRMS platform, and all those stuff, which is a compilation of multiple applications. And analytics is inevitable part of it because it fits in all the different platforms and bundles that we offer. And together, all these 55 plus business applications that we offer is also available as a concept called Zoho One, which is our flagship product. So Zoho One is nothing but if customer buys Zoho One, we offer all the different applications that we deliver. So in that case, once again, analytics is one of the top 5 adopted application within the Zoho ecosystem. Yeah.
I like the sound of Zoho One. It seems like a no-brainer. If you're going to use it for a couple of things, why not just use it for everything and streamline the entire process where all the systems talk to each other, right? Like if it's all part of Zoho One, makes sense.
Absolutely.
Now, we're here to talk about data analytics and Zoho Analytics and the role that AI plays in this space. So I'd love to talk to you and ask what you think are some of the benefits that AI brings to the table. Everyone's talking about Gen AI and AI. So how does that fit into the data analytics?
Yeah, I mean, it's a flavor of the season, obviously. So AI is everywhere in all the different business applications or functional area or industry specific aspect and so on, so on. AI is inevitable as we speak, right? So when we focus on BI and analytics in specific, one quick research I could share is analytics is one domain where AI is always adopted primarily, meaning wherever you have a huge volume of data, eventually you can do a lot of AI related capabilities on top of it. So analytics is always one where we have to deal with a lot of data, obviously. So analytics is the one stream where we always see AI is firstly adopted whenever any new technology coming into the game. So right from the NLP or the GPTs and the LLMs and all those stuff, is analytics is one of the early adopter. And when I talk about this in specific to analytics, it's once again, it is not specific to a particular action or a stage in the BI journey. It can be right from the first step, which is right from collecting your data, where the system can automatically model your data models or blend your data across different data sources. It helps business users or a data team to do that seamlessly. And right from performing analysis, like asking questions in the natural language and getting the response on top of it, or generating a story on top of any given visualization, or creating a data stories and compiling a data story on top of multiple different metrics and visualizations that you have and so on. So AI plays a very vital role in all different stages of BI applications always.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think I would say the biggest benefit that I'm seeing is tangibly is the bridging the gap of the business folks and the tech, right? Because now you can actually talk to your data and it just enhances data literacy. People can actually engage with it. Although some people are still not as confident in some of the responses. So I think we're still getting there in a sense, but we're moving in the right direction. There's more data democratization. More people are seeing the data, talking to the data. So I think hopefully very good things will come out of this new wave of AI plus data analytics. So
Absolutely.
I know you've had some demos to show us, and I think
Mhm.
since we're talking through a life cycle approach, maybe if we can start with a demo of how AI is used in Zoho Analytics in the data prep, so sort of that early stages, that would be really helpful. And I'll share your screen
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right. So, if we have some of the audience who are new to the BI and analytics journey altogether, then I just want to quickly iterate that the first
Sure.
stage of any given BI journey is connecting wide range of data sources. So technically, you should be in a position to seamlessly integrate your data source, be it files and feeds, cloud storages, databases hosted in cloud or on-premise, business applications, ERP system, whatever, right? You should be able to seamlessly connect and bring in the data into the system. And Zoho Analytics offers hundreds and hundreds of native pre-built integrations with wide range of data sources.
Mhm.
Not just that, as soon as you just connect your data and bring it into the system, it can automatically model your data, or even it can automatically blend the data across various data sources, and it can create some pre-built reports and dashboards on top of your data set. For example, if you connect Salesforce, you bring in the data into the Zoho Analytics, these kind of reports and dashboards are automatically created on top of your sales data. So be it your marketing data, be it your finance data, and so on, Zoho Analytics do this automatically. So that's the first stage. And we get into the second stage where we have, that's where typically users spend a lot of time, right? Meaning they go ahead and prepare the data,
Yeah.
cleanse the data, transform the data, and make it analytics friendly to consume it, right? And
Hmm.
that's where typically 70% or 80% of the time goes. On that front, in the analytics or the data preparation studio that what we have, what users are seeing right now, eventually helps users to automatically assess their data quality as soon as they upload their data into the system. So, for example, here we have some list of items and the price and all those stuff. It can understand the data quality and suggest them that you have some problem with some values, you have to fix those inconsistencies,
Hmm.
right? So users can simply go ahead and do it. Now, over and above, with a lot of pre-built capabilities, Zoho Analytics will help users to prepare the data easily. For example, let's have a look at this particular column called brand. So we have different brand names like popular brands like Samsung, Sony, and so on. But one of the trickiest problem most of the users face is inconsistency in the values. So here
Hmm.
you can see there is a space in between, and there is a typo in the brand name and all those stuff. So when users click on the capability, Zoho Analytics comes up with a whole lot of pre-built transformations and preparations by default. So I'm going to use this feature called cluster and merge, which uses AI, which
Hmm.
uses this metaphor algorithm based on how phonetically the words sound. Zoho Analytics will automatically group those different terms, and it gives you an option to simply go ahead and replace it. So the Samsung, different versions of Samsung has been fixed easily. And also all the different versions of StarTech has been fixed easily. So without spending too much of time here, users can simply go ahead and fix these things in a couple of clicks. And as you can see here, now the different versions of Samsung is gone.
I love
So
that. I just
similarly,
quick,
uh-huh.
quick question here. So Scott was asking, I think you just answered it, but Scott was asking, pulling all your data sources in is one thing, but how do you actually
Mhm.
align and integrate and blend the disparate data? Is it common keys? Is it matching? I guess the answer is it's AI use of cluster and merge built within Zoho with the transform tool.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks for that, Scott. Couple of things. If we know some specific data sources, for example, CRM applications or marketing applications and so on, the
Hmm.
data model will be built automatically in Zoho Analytics because we understand the data model. As we offer more than 55 plus business applications, we got expertise in all the different functional areas. So we typically understand the data model and we built it automatically in Zoho Analytics. But where this AI and more other suggestions will come in is when you're trying to bring in data from some customized data source, be it your database, data lake, or data warehouse, and so on, and you want to build the data model on your own, then the system can automatically understand the different data type, the column names, and the logical relationship. And it gives you the suggestion that this is how you can blend it. Would you like to blend it? If you just click S, it can build the data model for you automatically. So that's one aspect. But eventually, the next aspect is, as I was mentioning, users can go ahead and do the preparation process as well in terms of using the cluster and merge capability or so and so on.
Got it. Thanks for explaining that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one more quick example I just want to show before getting into the next question, right? So apart from this pre-built capabilities, whatever that we have showcased here, users can also leverage integration with third-party LLMs. So by default, Zoho homegrown lot of AI capabilities in the application. But in case user want to leverage the third-party LLMs to do some preparation process, they can also do it. So in this case, we have integration with OpenAI ChatGPT. So if I want to go ahead and do some extraction on top of the data or any transformation on top of the data, I can use that integration to do those things easily. Let me quickly show you an example. So here we have a column called created time or created at. And what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to extract the year information out of it. So I can simply go ahead and click on that option and go ahead and choose this option called transform by example. Okay. So my example is I'm just going to extract the years, which is 2020 here, and I hit enter. Now, as you can see here at the right hand side, Zoho Analytics will use the OpenAI integration and it'll try to build or generate the formula automatically. So let me zoom in and show that in specific, that I just want to use this function called year, and on top of the created at field, it will things automatically, and I can simply apply it, and even it can generate the column names and all the different suggestions, and it helps me to extract the data within a couple of clicks. So we have a whole lot of capabilities in the product, which is inbuilt. Also, you have the option to go ahead and connect the OpenAI as well if you need.
Wow, I absolutely love that. And I can see that it would be such a time saver instead of doing it manually. You bring me back to my days of having to manually transform some data in spreadsheets and CSV files, re-uploading it to data visualization tools, trying to connect it, losing a piece in the process, and everything breaks. I'm glad we can move past that.
Everything can be automated.
Yeah, and now have AI even help write the formula itself, so we don't have to actually know that it was that exact created at with year, and without, you miss the quotation mark in some tools, everything breaks down. So I'm glad it just builds it for you. Very, very helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was data prep, and I think let's move into one of my favorite areas, the data visualization and data analytics segment, where I love seeing how AI is enabling folks to get better at data visualization, or sometimes even visualize without having to drag and drop. So I'd love to see where Zoho is using AI in this space.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to showcase some of these capabilities here. So one of the key features that what we offer is called Ask Zia. So Zia is the AI component that works in various places in the Zoho ecosystem. And in analytics, this particular capability will help users to simply type in what they want, and the reports can be built automatically. The best part is it works in the conversation mode. So users can simply type in questions like sales by items. So it can understand the column names and it can translate that question into the visualization. Now, what happens is now users get the list of products and the sales. Now, eventually user can continue the conversation like, I just want to filter the top 10 items here. So it gives them the top 10 items. So it keep up the context and it keep delivering the appropriate report as a response. Now, I just want to analyze more and understand my stock in hand. So I'm going to type in include stock in hand. So it gives me the suggestion. I can pick the column name and I say I just want to change to a pivot view instead of this bar chart. So I
Mm-hmm.
just say it as a change to a pivot view. So now system can understand my question and it gives me the top 10 products, the total sales, and the stock in hand I have. So similarly, user can keep up the context and continue the conversation as the way they want. Now, some of the key capabilities here is for all the business apps integration that we offer, the system is pre-trained for different functional area. For example, I may call it as item, you may call it as a product, and somebody
Right.
may call it as something. So system can understand those synonyms and it can automatically pick and use the response for different functional area. So be it the sales domain where you talk about deals, potentials, opportunities, everything refers to the same. So system can automatically understand that Ask Zia can give the response appropriately. But not just that, for different domains, we allow users to train the Ask Zia and open up to the end users. So the end users will have the real data democratization aspects as well. And that's one of the very important AI capability I just want to talk about. And
Yeah.
another important AI capability I just want to quickly touch base here is what we call it as Zia Insights. So this is particularly the generative capability on top of any visualization. So if you have this analytics as the end user, meaning as a business user, when I come and analyze this data, obviously I need to go ahead and sit with paper and pen and note down certain things, or I need to take comments or notes and share it with them different users for different types of analysis. So when I hit on this capability called Zia Insight, it
Mm-hmm.
uses this natural language generation capability. It goes through various analysis techniques behind the scenes and gives a very comprehensive insights on what's happening in this visualization. So the business users can easily digest this, consume this, and they can share it with other set of users as well.
Silas, for Zia Insights, it took me days, if not weeks, sometimes to put this together with my team when I was in consulting. And we had data sets, we
Mhm,
would build the dashboards, and then executive team would ask for something like what you have over on the right. The amount of time it took to
mhm.
even just make sure the font color was the same, like the red is something that went down and the green, and including little arrows sometimes, all of that was so
That's right.
tedious. I am so pleased to see this. It's simply amazing. I love this. And people
Great.
like your users have access to this already, or is this something that's coming up in the future?
It's available already. It's been there for multiple years, and we are enhancing this with more and more deeper AI capabilities in the product. And
Yeah.
you know what? We just don't stick with English. We also support Spanish, so
Oh,
users can simply switch to the different languages here, like English and Spanish. And by the way, we are also expanding Ask Zia in multiple languages as well. Like currently, we support English, Spanish, and French.
wow.
So I think we support the global audience there as we move forward.
Very cool. I have a couple of questions on the Ask Zia. So if we go
Mhm,
back to the Ask Zia, let's say we ask a
mhm,
question and we get this table or a chart or any output really. Are we able to
mhm.
drill down? So let's take this example, I guess. We can click on it. Oh,
Absolutely.
okay. You can even click drill down. Okay, there you go. That
You
was my
can view
question.
the underlying data behind the scenes, or you can go ahead and drill down it, or you can extract the Zia insights on top of it.
Oh,
So, for
wow.
example, here we have this the product-wise sales. I just
Mhm.
want to see the status of those products, whether it is available or not, or based on the shipping location or shipping state or billing state and all those stuff. You can drill down that as well appropriately. So it's pretty much seamless and dynamic, obviously. And users can simply go ahead and pin it or add it to a dashboard at any point of time and get come back and access it at any place. And it's also seamlessly available in mobile applications. And even we have integration with Alexa.
Oh,
So
wow.
in case you want to ask question like, what was my sales yesterday? Just through the voice using your Alexa Echo or in your phone, and it gives you the response over the voice as well.
Wow, that is super cool. And then in terms of sharing, let's say I kept drilling down and I found some really cool insight as a data analyst. and I want to share them with
Mhm.
my boss. How easy is it to share, let's say, this one snippet?
Absolutely. So, a couple of things. Once you need to share this, I mean, you need to save this to do it, obviously. So, you can simply
Okay.
go ahead and save it, and
Yep.
then you can open that at any point of time. So, here it's going to be the top 10 products. So, it's going to be like, let's say, top 10 items in sales.
Yep.
Now, what I can do is I can simply go ahead and either export it in
Oh,
different
wow.
format, or I can go ahead and email it right away.
Nice.
Or I can schedule those emails, which will automatically deliver the report to that end user at that scheduled time. Or also, I have the option to configure alerts, which can deliver or send notification in various IM channels, be it Microsoft Teams or Slack, or you want to trigger some action through webhook, you can do that as well. And finally, you also have the option to generate or embed iframe snippets and have it published inside your portal in your organizations and so on. And in terms of one interesting capability I just want to quickly mention here is the data storytelling. So obviously, now executives or any business users prefer to consume these content as a story rather than a specific visualization. So Zoho Analytics has this inbuilt data storytelling capability, like a presentation builder. You can have various components like text, image, video, along with the interactive visualization, which you can publish it to the end users where they can simply access the story and analyze their data.
Oh my God. I'm like in shock. I'm like loss of words right now. Sorry. This is so cool. It's bringing me back to all my hard work for years that would actually take such a long time to put together. So I love that you're showing us this. We do have a quick question here. Will it
Mhm.
show month over month sales based on location? I'm assuming if you've got the data underlying, Silas, then the
Absolutely.
answer is yes.
Absolutely, yeah. So if,
Okay.
as long as you have the data, eventually you can get the month over month sales, and you can filter it for a particular location, or be it by the salesperson or by the lead source, whatever you want, you can do it. It's
And
pretty much flexible.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's really cool. And have you noticed that are all of your clients currently trying to use this capability, or are they still trying to build charts by themselves?
We got a fantastic adoption on these capability. By the way, this is not pretty new, because if you, I mean, obviously you've been into this BI world,
Yeah.
so this particular capability has been there in the BI world for the last 5 7 years, right? But over a period of time, it is improving a lot with
Yeah.
more intelligent things like, right, let's say it works seamlessly on top of any functional data or industry specific data, so and so on. So as a product vendor, obviously we see a very good adoption in terms of AI. Just before this live session, I just had a meeting with a customer, obviously through online. They're based out of Texas, Austin. So what they mentioned is like they are using this Zia capability for a very long time. They are into the manufacturing and so on. So they have a BI team, obviously. But what happens is they were getting a lot of requests from different stakeholders inside the organization to build the report. So in the last 1 year, they have used this Ask Zia capability. They trained the Zia because they define the synonyms. That's they've been into the manufacturing, so they have their own terms, the keywords that typically used, and so on. So they have to give priority to some of the key metrics and the second level metrics and all those stuff. So they trained the system completely with the different terms that they use in the manufacturing industry,
Mhm.
and they just simply embed this Ask Zia. It's pretty much seamless and embeddable, so you can go ahead and embed it anywhere. So what they did is they just embedded it inside their sales application, ERP application, and in some other places in the internal portals. So the end users can ask questions effectively. That's the real data democratization, because
Yeah.
the frontline workers who don't know anything about the data or analytics can simply ask what they want without waiting for insights to make decisions
Yeah.
and take actions appropriately. So they ask questions and get insights. Even some field salesmen can ask the questions through mobile application and get the insights instantly and take actions out of it. So the BI manager mentioned that the number of requests that they were receiving has been significantly reduced more than 30% in the last 8 months or something, because they trained this stack effectively for their domain and opened it up. So that's how we see the trend.
That's an amazing story. Thank you for sharing that. I think it's so powerful to actually put the data into the decision makers' hands where they can use their phone, use their laptop to get the data they need without having to ask a whole team to work on something. And then at that point, it might even be too late for them to act on that data decision. So thanks for sharing that. I know we're getting close to time, but I do want to ask a couple more questions. So one is, we talked about some of the capabilities, but I know that Zoho can do even more, right? There's forecasting, there's what if analysis. So if you want to show a couple of demos for that, I'll share the screen again. And let's
Absolutely. Yeah, so a couple of capabilities I just want to quickly touch bases. One among them is forecasting capability. So obviously, people prefer to see what's coming up, right? So in terms of predictive analytics, so that's one of the advanced analytics capability in the product. So as you can see here, we have the monthly sales trend, and you have some prediction and forecasting that's coming up. So the best part here is users don't need to write any code. It's all pre-built, meaning users can simply go ahead and enable this analysis and just specify how long they want to forecast this data, and they just want to simply click on apply to use this capability. But the best part is some of the questions that often comes up when a business user use this forecasting capability. How I can believe this forecasting technique, or what is the underlying technique, how the forecasting works really. So on that front, we have some kind of like a citizen data scientist who can go ahead and choose the models, because Zoho Analytics offers various models right inside the application, be it ARIMA, ETS. Inside the ETS, you have a lot of different techniques behind the scenes, STL, regression techniques, linear, logarithmic, so on and so on. So users can simply navigate this, who knows about the models, and they can go ahead and customize those models by giving some parameters and changing some parameters in the model, and simply click on apply and use it. And if user not aware of these models and techniques, they can choose auto, where Zoho Analytics will try to pick the best model based on the data set and use it as a part of their analysis. So forecasting is pretty simple, and it's all pre-built right inside the platform where users can use it. And another capability I just want to quickly talk about is something, what we call it as a what if analysis. So what if analysis is all about it's kind of like a scenario based analysis. So you can simply ask question in terms of what if I change something in my business, how it's going to be reflected in future and all those stuff. So for that, in this particular visualization as an example, we have the monthly sales trend with forecasting, and let's assume that my average profit percentage is 40. So what if I increase my profit percentage to 70? How it's going to be reflected in my future sales? Or what if I reduce my profit percentage to 20? How it's going to affect my sales? So all these things I can go ahead and use this. So there are different parameters behind the scenes to go through the calculation for the forecasting. And by understanding the data across various different columns and so on, it gives the result on top of it. So some of the advanced analytics capabilities I just demonstrated, but of course we have more and more things on top of it as well.
I'm sure you do. I know we've covered so much ground in 30 minutes. Like, it was a nice whirlwind of AI's impact across the entire data lifecycle. So I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. One of the last questions I love to ask my guests is, where can they go to learn more? I think everyone in the audience wants to try this. They want to learn more. So I'll share a link to that you shared. But is there a LinkedIn page where you generally share output? Should they follow you? Should they follow Zoho Analytics or Zoho Corp? Where do they go?
Absolutely. So we do have a LinkedIn page called Zoho Analytics. Users can follow it. And of course, if they want to learn more about Zoho Analytics product in specific, eventually they can access zoho.com/analytics, where they have all the details, where they can simply click on the resources at the top at the right hand side, where they have the option to learn about the product with the user guide or video demo. And we offer free virtual classroom trainings as well. So user can simply go ahead and register for those classroom trainings and get to know about the product. We offer, we do host webinars every month, and apart from that, we do offer free personalized demo session to get started with the product, along with some assist program for 3 days. And it's all it's there is no I mean, like, you don't want to contact the sales team to get this enabled. You can simply access the product, sign up in the website, and start using it, and get to know more about it using this link.
I love that. I'm sure that your sales team is awesome, but sometimes people just want to get started. They don't want to have to book a whole
Obviously,
meeting. And they want to get their hands on it. So I love that.
I'm one among them. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Well, Silas, I really appreciate you taking the time to be on the DATAcated Show. I was quite amazed. I love everything that you guys are doing. So thank you for showcasing it here. I know you said you've been doing it for a few years now, but the audience, I don't think they've seen all of this yet. So I think it's helpful sometimes to showcase what you're working on, and hopefully you'll get more clients that will reduce their requests for reports with by implementing Zoho Analytics and all of your business applications, which you seem to have many of. So thank you again so much for being on the show. Thanks for those who joined us live and those watching the recording.
Thank you so much. Pleasure is mine. Thanks for having me, Kate. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. We'll see you online, everybody. Stay DATAcated.